Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will be reading Human Narration, made by u/Darmanarya. Thanks for the writer's permission. The link for the story is in the description, and I hope you'll enjoy. Let's begin. So, people pay you credits to read. The reptilian slurs asked as his head tilted a little, his eyes locked onto his human crewmate as if he had a new eye sprouting. Yep, I don't make much right now, but people pay to listen to me read stories, I proudly proclaimed with a smile on my face. Sure, some people are trying to replace narrators like me with text-to-speech programs, but they constantly screw up words, mess up tone, and can't do the voices I can. The aliens at the table just looked at each other for a bit before looking back at me. Alright, seems this was a harder sell than I thought it would be. So, throughout history, we humans have told stories verbally. In fact, many stories were only passed along verbally for a long time up until people could actually read.
Ah, yes, my line has history like that.
Alizera spoke up.
But everyone stopped when literacy went up.
I shrugged a bit. Well, humans still like to listen to stories read aloud. For some, it brings a whole new take on their favorite work, hearing lines read in a new tone or with new voices. For some, they are fans of the person reading it, and like to follow along with whatever story their narrator likes. I paused, sighed, and decided to confess the last bit at long last. Well, that, and some people are too busy to read the stories themselves. It's popular to listen to stories on long flights, doing chores, or other sorts of work. The others nodded along more at the last bit. Honestly, sounds better than listening to music. One lyric chimed in. They never were too into music. I did see on the streaming apps someone reading a story I have been meaning to get to. Might give it a listen instead. There you go, they get it! I chimed in, pointing at the alien that had spoken up. Many add on other layers to the performance too, speaking of music. I add background music to help with the tone, and many narrators sing like the bards of old. I struck a gallant pose as if I was one of my gallant ancestors finishing up an epic tale in some wooden tavern. His amazing performance by candlelight, cheered by raising flasks of Can you sing? Asked the clerist with a smug grin. Of course, I shot back angrily. Stories you sing are called many things, like ballads. One was by a writer called Robert Burns. Oh, my love is like a red rose, that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love is like the melody that's sweetly played in tune.
If only it was sung in tune,
grumbled the Lizaria, cutting me off. After I welcomed this criticism with a single finger raised, I looked back at the others. Alright, might not be the best singer yet, taking lessons. I confessed with a grumble. I know I wasn't going to get a vinyl record anytime with my singing, but that was still rude. Alright, human, I can see the point, confessed the reptilian who started the debate. It is weird, but I can see the appeal. He paused for a bit and stroked his frills as he thought about something. After a bit, he asked, "Female ones make more, don't they?" He asked with a smug gleam in his eye. Yes, I grunted out with a sigh. That was the end of the story. Thank you so very much to Commodore Goat for supporting me on Patreon, and thank you all for listening. I'm glad to still have you here. God, I sure enjoyed this one. I hope you did too. I apologize for the lack of uploads as usual. Just been too busy for anything lately. Anywho, if you have stuck around, go and show your appreciation to the writer on HFY. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.